Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Hidden Realms YouTube channel. I'm your humble GM, Joshua MacGregor, and I'm joined by a group of awesome people. Say hello, awesome people!
Hello,
Hello,
awesome
awesome
people.
people.
I'm awesome.
Yes, you are! First time joining us is Carrie!
Hi.
Welcome, welcome! Thrilled to be playing with you this evening. Guys, this is a one-shot set on Reyara, which I've been doing over on my Twitch channel at Joshua MacGregor. So you can check those out Tuesday, 7:30 until 11 GMT. But without further ado, let's play some D&D. What do you guys say?
Yes. Alright.
Lovely jubbly. One and all, the morning sun rises in the east on the oceanic world of Reyara. You all find yourselves in the city of Ventlam, a trading metropolis that exists in sort of like the central archipelago of this world, and trades between Galo Shahal and these other locations, Kanurubaka and Azahiril, Quarren Merfolk, etc. This is a hub of trade not only on Reyara itself, but also an interstellar trading site for the Anaran Assembly, which is a collection of free and diverse worlds which stand strong against the Dahiri Empire, with one another's alliance and protection. You are all from various walks of life, and we will get to your characters momentarily, but you have all been brought together to the site of a human shipyard that was destroyed during the night by an attack, and you've all been asked or have volunteered to help investigate. Bringing you all together is an Erzulai representative from a location called the Ossuary, a temple devoted to the late goddess Mayra of the Esmerans, and a delegate of the Anaran Assembly named Tamlin Merafiel. They basically have put this group together to help investigate what exactly has happened here, because the details are very mysterious indeed. And as you are all brought together to this site, you can see this shipyard sort of like half on the water, half on land, the ratio of which changes with the tides, as so many locations do in the waterfront district. You can see that the piers and open sort of like warehouse doors that would lead out into the ocean have been completely destroyed. Ships inside look to be a tangled mess of broken and splintered wood, masts, shredded sails. Bodies have been taken away. Civilians have been prevented from interfering with the site. The local police have cordoned it off. You are brought on site, and you meet one another as Tamlin introduces you all. And they say, one and all, these are to be your fellow investigators for however long this should take. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce you all to the local hero of Sakahashis, a very esteemed guest to the world of Reyara. Carrie, would you like to introduce your character?
Hello. My character's name is Becca Sanura. She is a tabaxi monk. And I like to imagine that her look is like a cross between a leopard and a cheetah, mainly because I couldn't decide which cat to go with. So I was like, why not both? She's very much isolated. I think they very much have overestimated her, and she's more very a bit of a loner. She's what I said earlier is she's the Bear Grylls of the desert. She goes like very solo, and doesn't really like hanging out with people much. So this will be an interesting venture for her.
Becca's going to be absolutely perfect for this investigation. And just a little aside to you is like, and the optics are really really good to have somebody from outside of Reyara in on this. So I'm just saying it would be really really helpful if you could get along with these people. Also, a native of the world of Reyara, everybody. This wonderful messenger from Galasha Hall herself. Alberta, would you like to introduce your character?
Hello, I'm Aurelei. I'm a siren bard from Galata. I'm just came here to deliver some news, but found I couldn't leave right away.
This morning you woke up and found that you can decide whether you are joyful or sorrowful for the day. You are no longer forced into sorrow as you were the previous night.
I think I'm still feeling rather sorrowful at the moment.
Fair enough. And would you like to describe what you look like as a siren on this world?
So, most sirens, having originated in the deep, are quite pale. But as they've come up to the surface, new elements have been added to them. They tend to have rather deep burgundy lips. That when they flush, it's this bright red. There's no pink on them. It's pure heat and blood. Their hair kind of ranges in shades, usually quite dark, but she has a rather deep auburn brown hair herself, and big 6 foot in length black wings, black as the night sky. And at the end of her fingers, if she goes in to shake your hand, rather than nails, they're quite imposing looking black talons, which match her feet. The lower half of her body becomes quite bird-like, sort of partway down her thighs and into her legs, and she does have claws, like bird feet at the bottom there, which you can imagine she'd use for perching on cliff sides or the masts of ships and things like that. And at the moment, she looks. If you ever see sirens, usually traveling, they look quite joyful as they fly around. But every once in a while, you'll see those that are quite sad. If you've been to Galusha Hall, you're more likely to have seen them. But if you're from elsewhere, it's an unusual sight for them. She's not taking flight today.
Wonderful, wonderful. And indeed, we do actually have another native to the world of Reyara, come all of the way here from the city of Traushkar. Daisy, would you like to introduce your character?
So Atlas Lunaris is a very tall female shifter with a wolfish appearance. So her skin tone is still quite pale, but her nose is more of a snout. She's got quite a sturdy jawline, tapered top ears. Her hair is very unruly grey on the top. She is like 6'2", very lean, athletic build. But she stays to herself. She has quite a pack dynamic with her family, who came here after war had kind of started in her homeland. And instead of, she's scared of water, deep water, which is quite interesting. So she doesn't mind being by the shore. She'd rather not be there. So she looks to the moon instead. That controls the water around her to give her comfort.
It has only just occurred to me that we have a feline and a canine in the party. That's kind of fun. And last but surely not least, another off-worlder who I believe may have some specialist knowledge that maybe of great use to your investigation. Mike, would you like to introduce your character?
As you introduce my character, he jumps. Like, he literally almost jumps out of his skin and starts trying to skate, like, move
It's
away.
all good. Everything is fine. And you feel just the slightest percentage sliver of calm at this person's mellifluous voice. It's just trying to, like, bring you back to calm. It's like, please don't run away. Everything's going to be totally fine. You are safe here. Everybody.
He just takes a long leap. Hi, I'm Bug. Bug. I don't know why I'm here. I know why I'm here, but I don't know why I'm here. I've come to find someone. And then he sort of darts around, looking all over the place and stuff like that. He is a goblin. He's only about 3 foot tall. He's about 10 years old. He weighs about 40 pounds. He's got brown hair, quite messy. He's also on his right hand side. He's heavily scarred. You can see that over his eyes, all the way down to his mouth, is a very brown patch of skin, and part of his ear is discolored as well. It's a brown patch. He's dressed in a red sort of cape with a brown sort of cloak over the top of it, and he's carrying a small mace at his hip.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you can see sort of the devastation that has occurred here. There's quite a devastating attack. We have, in fact, arrested some of the people who were working here because we discovered that they were, in fact, engaging in illicit criminal activities while when the attack occurred. They are still on site should you wish to question them, but the site is yours. And you see, as he finishes talking to you, a little, very, very small sort of a procession of, and quite slow-moving procession of an additional person comes in. One short, elderly woman who happens to be a turtle, a turtle humanoid, dressed in ceremonial sort of a white and green garb, and carrying sort of a wooden driftwood staff with string and shells sort of attached and woven through holes that have been bored and very carefully sanded down through the staff's head. Comes with just a couple of religious bodyguards, because this person is a big deal. And she sort of comes forward and she says to all of you, "Oh, hello, Tamlin, and wonderful to see this group that you have put together to investigate this terrible tragedy that has occurred on our shores. Wonderful to meet you. I am Priestess Yola, and I am the head of the faith to the Kujiol Mara here in Ventlam." Most of you, I think probably with the exception of Becca, would definitely know the Kujiol Mara. These are the whale-like entities that swim in almost the deepest parts of the oceans. Their song is generally believed to hold at bay or keep asleep dark and evil gods that rest at the very, very bottom of the oceans. And this is the leader of the religious faith in the city who worship those beings.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a sort of little trill that comes out, and reach out my hand. Oh, lovely to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you. Always a pleasure to have a siren on our shores in our cities. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I just came to express to you the importance of this investigation because, of course, this attack was the devastation you see around you was committed by one of the Kujiolmara themselves. And so understanding the root cause of what happened here is of great importance to the faith and to all of the citizens of the city.
What do you mean?
Tamlin sort of goes, I was leading to that. For reasons you should find out. The devastation here was in fact caused by an angered Kuchiolmara attack, water spouts and the conjuring of elementals to wreak destruction and havoc in this area in the night.
Oh my.
Yes, very, very troubling indeed. So we'll leave you alone now. You can find me over there. I'm going to have a little sit on a bench. And Tablin will be nearby, I'm sure. And good luck on your investigation.
She sort of like very slowly turns and makes her way to this bench, and there's like the little clattering of shells on her staff as she goes.
Good luck, everybody.
And I pass it to you guys to introduce yourselves to one another, to investigate whatever you like. Go for it.
Cool. Well, I was thinking of just casting a spell, but I don't know if it would have any effect.
Go for it.
Can I just do a quick over what have they been talking? I don't know if I can do this as a ritual or should just cast it as a spell. Can I just do detect magic?
Mm-hmm. I'll let you ritual cast it.
Yeah. See if I can pick up anything unusual.
100%. As far as you can tell, there is no active magic being cast. There's a constant sort of natural enchantment magic around Tamlin, around the Erzuli. They just have an innately magical nature, so that's not unusual for that to show up that way.
Probably around Atlas as well, because she's a druid.
Probably around Atlas as well. Druid magic. You don't see any active castings of magic, but if you have a little look around, you can feel like the deep remnants, the echoes of some conjuration magic that was pretty extreme.
I sort of let the group know. Oh, there's been some conjuration magic around here.
Where?
Do I know a specific location, or is it just sort of...
It's ambient.
Yes. Everywhere. Feels really strange.
Becca goes, well, I very hope that you solve it. And she just sits down and doesn't say a word.
Oh. How close are these people in that, you said?
Yes, so maybe 40 feet off in one direction. This was a large building, and they seem to have been building a ship here. The wreck and ruins of which are all around you, really, and continue on toward the waterfront. You can see several. Even investigating, you can see several stains, which likely are the blood of people who were caught in this attack. And then, and sort of like 40 feet over to one side of this shipyard warehouse, you can see a couple of individuals have been detained, and actually some of the police are in the process of letting the last, all but one of those people go, and there's just one sort of like older human man who's sitting in cuffs with sort of police around him. Human man.
I sort of nervously head over that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'll follow.
I'll follow as well. High order.
Following the leader.
Yeah.
I'm staying behind. I'm sitting down. I'm not doing
Cool.
anything.
I think
It's-
as following, sorry,
Go for
Atlas
it.
will be tapping like her quarterstaff on the floor.
Mhm.
Just hearing
This-
Earth.
Are you trying to find anything specific, or are you just like just something you're doing?
Just nervous habit.
Okay, cool. Just give me a perception check as you do that.
Of course.
No worries.
My dice. Perception.
First roll of the session.
Make it good.
Exciting.
Da, 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 da.
It would be a 22.
Oh, nice.
Holy crap. The acoustics in here are really good.
Wow.
Yeah, your rhythmic tapping can be heard throughout this space, very, very easily. Does not take a lot of pressure on the floor when you tap on the ground. Becca, you sit on the ground. The floor here is wet, so your butt gets wet.
I didn't know that. Is there not like, because on the map there is like
We're not
tables
there.
and things.
We're not there.
Oh.
That's not the location we're at.
Okay. Well, can I retcon that and say that she leans by a wall?
Of course you can. Of course
Thank you.
The wall is surprisingly wet as well.
Oh no.
Bug, that is you. You approach this man who's in cuffs and the police officers.
What do you do?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm a shipyard here, aren't I?
Did you do this?
Who the heck are you people anyway? What, lapdogs of the assembly, are we?
I'm with them. And I just point over my shoulder. And a weird Congo line just forming behind it. And
Right, I don't know what to do with that. Although, milady, sirens are always a sign of very good luck indeed. So never would I be disrespectful to you. The rest of these people I don't know though. Name's Ben, and I'm the shipwright here.
And why have you been put in handcuffs?
Well, see, these gentlemen caught us building a very special vessel indeed, didn't they? Yes, indeed. We were building a... Well, allegedly building a whaling vessel, weren't we?
why would a vessel whale? Doesn't make sense.
Well, to call the Kujio Mara to the surface, right? That's why we make it out of their bones. Bones of the ship, bones of the whale.
I thought it was just an upset boat.
Well, here's the thing. They want to blame all this on me, right? And they're saying, oh, you did something to the bones and it called the Kujio Mara. I'm telling you, that's not what went down, right? I know my stuff. I know my job. It's not what happened.
What happened then?
Now, see here, I don't like being in handcuffs, and it seems like you guys want to know what happened. Seems like we can do a deal, huh?
Maybe.
You guys, whatever clout you've got, you get me out of here. Promise, swear on my mother's soul, I will not do this again. I just want to be free. Want to be able to go to my mum. No, she's dead. I just said that. I want to be able to live my life, be a free man. Just get the hell out of here. So, you get me out of these cuffs, right? You get these charges dropped, and whatever you want to know, it's yours.
Can I do an insight check on him to see
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Go for it.
what the sitch is? Well, that's pretty good. 23.
With the 23, this guy, this guy seems very used to making these kinds of deals. Even at a 23, like, the suspicion is, like, he'll probably have information. He'll probably have something to trade. It is unknown to you, because this person is so practiced, of what quality that information will actually be. The other thing that you notice as you look at him is that he eyes the burned side of your face. And most people, are a little shocked or a little shy about that. He seems unaffected, almost like he recognizes burns like that.
Bug shifts nervously from foot to foot. I just wish I'd changed my class now to paladin. I could have let down the zone of truth and wouldn't been able to be in.
Can I Alberta, how tall is your character?
About 4'9". No, 4'6".
Okay. I think because even though Atlas doesn't know everyone, it's kind of like a protective side of her. She's like formed like this slight bond of like, we've all got the same goal here. So over Lorelei and Bug's shoulder with her quarterstaff will go under Ben's chin just to lift his head up because he's made them uncomfortable. So like straight over the top of them.
Oh, nice.
All right. Hey, I don't know what I did to offend you by offering a deal. All right, trying to help you out, but I'm not in any position to resist or fight you. Officers, this has got to be illegal. What did you say? Sorry, Mike. What did you say?
With us, and he points to the guards.
Gotcha.
Atlas, that's quite all right. Thank you. Ben, darling. Ben. Hello.
Hello, my love.
I think there's something you're not quite telling us, if I'm being honest.
That's kind of the idea.
I'm afraid we're not going to be able to get you out of this ourselves, unless you give us a little bit more. And then we'll decide whether we or not we speak to these guards over here. But for now, please, we just need a little bit. Tell us what you were doing. And I'm going to start singing just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh wow, Becca, you have a pretty decent voice right there. No, I'm kidding.
Becca just joins in from where she's leaning against the wall.
Oh, I know this song.
You should be rolling advantage now.
I already do.
That's the
If it's
effect of
persuasion,
what she's
but
doing.
that's not what I'm doing.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Maybe it will be. I'm gonna ask. The songs you were making the boat sound like. Different ones affected Kujal Mara in different ways. You might have done something and not realized it. Did it sound anything like this? I'm gonna start singing, and I'm gonna cast charm person on him with my racial ability to do that.
Great. He's gonna go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. That's gonna be a 16.
Oh, well, bugger. That's not gonna do anything then, I don't believe. Sure. Yeah, save DC is a 15.
There you go. My love, what a wonderful voice you have. It's not my first time around your people. I am actually aware of what you're trying to do. And believe me, I appreciate it. I do. I'll tell you just a little bit. All right. we're making the boat, right? Making the boat, and you have to be very, very careful when you're doing this kind of work, because if you make the bones sing too early, right, something like this happens. I can tell you with a certainty that none of my boys and girls touched one of them bones. They didn't sing from the ship, all right? This didn't come from us. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying until I get a little bit more from you now, all right?
All right. Look over at the guards. I really don't think Ben here is a threat to us physically at this point. Do you mind uncuffing him?
Police officer, like, looks over at Tamlin. Tamlin gives him, like, a big thumbs up, and he just, like, takes the cuffs off of that. Very lovely thing that you did there. Thank you very much.
Ben, were you here when this happened? Do you know anyone who was?
Oh, I was here. And as were a few of my boys and girls, but I got a really good look at what happened.
All right, then. That's incredibly helpful. Mind sharing with us, please?
Well, you freed me from my cuffs, which I appreciate. There are some charges that are still lingering over my head, you understand?
I understand. I understand. But you see, dealing with the good Mara, you say you know a bit about my people?
Aye, a little bit.
Aye. You know I don't take that lightly. All right? So I'm going to need to see a little bit more from you before we can proceed. I need you to tell me what happened here. Elsewise, there are going to be a lot of angry sirens at your door.
Intimidation. If you'd be so kind.
At this point, Becca is kind of waltzing over because she's a little bit.
Well, she's getting a bit miffed that she's getting bored. She hates being bored.
I was slowly creeping behind one of the guards.
Yes.
What?
Why not?
Amazing. Becca makes her way over, and you hear this last bit of exchange.
Oh boy, let me just check my college things to see if there's anything to help me right now.
Please don't tell me it's in that one.
Nope. It was a 2. Nope, that's gonna be and a 7.
Seven in total.
Damn.
I don't think I can help on that one. I've got -1 in my intimidation.
Bug, he gives the barest flick of a glance your way as he says, people a lot scarier who could be knocking at my door, my love.
Becca just shouts, "You're boring me!" And she walks up, grabs him by the neck with her paw, and starts lifting him.
I need an athletics roll, if you'd be so kind.
Ah, no! It's D20, right? It's been a while.
It's a D20. You're gonna add your athletics.
And my athletics, which is +4.
Okay, not bad.
It's an 18.
Yeah, nice.
In total.
Yes.
Oh boy, yeah, you start to lift him off the ground. He's got his hands on your arm. Alright.
Aurelei may have patience for bastards like you, but I don't. So please, for the good Lord, just tell me what happened.
First off, I can't.
Okay, so she still has her hand, her paw really, on his neck, but and you might see a little bit of blood going down his neck because she grabbed a bit too tightly and her claws have dug in. But he's not in the air.
That's quite a grip you've got there. All right, okay. We were building our ship. It was the middle of the night. And no one touched a damn thing. That's what I'm telling you, alright? And you got to understand, at night, it's pitch black out there. We've got lights on in here. We've got people, dancing lights to cantrip. The right cantrip. We've got light, alright? So, out there on the water, it's dark. Very, very dark. But I know I saw something move out there. Something person-sized. Somebody did this. And then that song started playing. It wasn't anything that we did. It was louder, alright? Deeper. And it was resonating under the water. It was projecting out. Somebody sabotaged us. Somebody lured them here. I don't know how they did it. I don't know who it was, but I do know where you can find out who it was, alright? There's a place where these sorts of people congregate, where jobs like this get taken up. What?
Sorry, when you said that, I just got the Cheers theme song in my head. I thought it was muted, and I was just humming it, and I realised I was.
No, you were not.
To our benefit, I may say. I may add. You don't want me, right? You're gonna want whoever's behind this, and you'll be able to find them at a tavern on the waterfront. It's called the Horizon Line. Okay, it's run by an ex-mercenary called Reyara, right? Who did a lot of work for your types, the assembly types back in the day. And Becca, you actually would recognize this name. This is this person was fairly well known. There's a Triton, a Triton woman who did a lot of fighting against the Tahiri Empire. Did mercenary work for the Anaran Assembly.
At this point, because her paw is still on his neck.
Please let me go.
And she gives him a
Very stern look, very plain. You don't know what she's gonna do, and eventually she just kind of almost not even lets go. She kind of flicks him away. Thank you. Can't you see we all got to that point a lot sooner?
Well done.
This is just mum being stupid fucking cats.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
You had nothing.
Just a tiny little clap from behind one of the guard's legs.
Guard rolls around. Ah!
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
The clap or the comment.
Right. I think we know where we're heading to next.
Sounds good. Just one thing. I'm gonna turn towards the Garth. Hello. Do you mind cuffing him up again?
Of course. I think it's like, no.
Alright. See you around, Ben. Hope to see you on the high seas soon.
It'll be a pleasure.
Do I know if the Gujulmara tend to come to this area?
Absolutely
It's weird,
not.
right?
It's
Yeah, it's so
very
weird. Yeah.
It's far too close to land.
Yeah.
So what he's describing is somebody weaponized them and called them from a long way away.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Thank you.
No worries. Anything else anybody would like to do in the shipyard before you head out to the Horizon Line?
Could I just make would it be perception or investigation, just to see The
You'll
damage.
you'll get different. Yeah, perception and investigation will give you different information, but you can make whichever one you like.
Oh, it's very stark difference between those two stats. I'll do perception. That's the one I'm best at.
Fair enough.
Oh. Okay, no, I dropped it. Hang on.
We've
Roll
all
out the tray.
we've all been there. Everybody's nodding.
Okay, it landed on a 13, and it's +5, so that's an 18.
Gotcha. I ate a Skittle at the wrong time.
Don't mind me.
Not at all. We've all been there.
Okay.
You have a look around, and on further investigation, you can see that the inlay of the hull, some of the areas that you sort of like, they already kind of like look like a rib cage in a normal ship. You can see is in fact the enormous rib cage of a being that would dwarf a blue whale, really, in size. And the bones have shattered along with the wood. These are the bones of the Kujil Mara. You can, you see broken pieces of hull, broken pieces of mast. There's nothing really out of the ordinary insofar as like ship wreckage. Although I don't imagine you're terribly familiar with ships. To be fair,
Being from a desert.
You have a little look around the rest of the area, and you can see blood, dried blood, did not wash away overnight. You can see damage that looked like impact blows. This would be from like elementals doing damage in this area. How close to the water do you get?
I don't think she's scared of water. I'm sure she wouldn't mind touching it.
You head over to the water and spy something a little weird. There, just below the water, maybe 10 feet out, there's like there are the natural sort of like shapes and colors of the shore and then and of the water, and of shells and rocks and things that go out in that direction. And then there's just a solid black line just kind of
on
passes
the water,
down at the bottom of the water.
Oh,
yeah, it looks very thin, but it's a solid black line amidst all of this natural stuff.
Okay. I don't suppose anyone fancies a swim.
I've got my armband.
What's that?
I forgot my armband.
You forgot your armband.
I'm gonna walk on over. As I pass the ship and can see the rib cage of one of the All Mothers, I let out a very sorrowful song, and it sort of echoes in this place outward, a song of sharing in sorrow and grief. And I'll walk on over. I'll send out a few dancing lights down out underwater and see, before we get in the water, see what it looks like down there, because she knows the water might be a little dangerous after things that have happened recently. She doesn't know if there might be leftover elementals or disturbances.
You send out the dancing lights. You don't see elementals or anything moving in the water. You just more clearly are able to see this sort of black line. And actually, anybody who wants to can give me an investigation check to try to determine what that is.
Good.
If you go in the water and go up to it, you can do it with advantage.
I just am, because I can't hear you.
We can
Lily
hear.
says hi.
Hey, Lily!
Hi, Lily.
They say hi back.
Investigation.
I've got an 11.
11, cool.
I'm gonna start off out of the water,
Mm-hmm.
but I
They
may
say
go
hi
in.
back.
Ooh,
I
investigation.
got an 18 in my investigation. I'm near the water, but not, I'm looking down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
18 as well.
I'm creeping up behind you guys, mainly because I don't like it.
Mhm.
Actually, out of instinct, being near water, may I cast a spell?
Of course you can.
May I cast water breathing on this?
You may. I think as you begin the incantation to cast that, Tamlin sort of like manifests behind you and kind of goes like, "I forgot to do this. You need not expend a spell slot. I have here potions of water breathing. For each of you, should your investigation take you out into the depths, I have here for each of you 3 potions of water breathing. Simply take this as a bonus action on your turn, whatever that means, and have 1 hour of water breathing."
Thank you.
I appreciate your kind offer, but
I am not one for getting my fur wet, so
Take a potion just in case somebody tries to drown you.
I'm gonna say, don't do that again. Like,
Because he appeared, yes. My apologies. And he, like, fades very slowly from sight.
Yeah, Atlas just grabs one next it. It's like,
Amazing.
no. I would have been 8.
8, fantastic. Becca and Atlas, with the shifting of the water, you can't really tell. But Bug and Aurelei, you look down. You know what that is. That's a wire. That's just like an ordinary technology is connected. Something is connected to something else under there, and you're just seeing one section of wire under the water.
yeah.
How deep is it around where that is?
About 10 feet.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna take a water breathing potion yet. But I am going to hold my breath and go down and walk along the wire.
Great. You walk along the wire off to one side. You come to 18 investigation. You come to what is very clearly a speaker at the end of that wire.
How clear is the water? Can we see all this, or is it quite badly polluted?
No, it's not badly polluted at all, actually. It's very crystal clear. And so you see Aurelei dive in and then just sort of like make her way along this wire and like just go around a corner out of sight for a second. And that's like around that corner on the sort of the rocks, you can see that the speaker has been set up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow it to the other side to see what it's connected to on the other side.
You can see it branches, and one branch goes to a second speaker. The other branch goes up the rocks on the left-hand side, out of the water. And you follow that. You follow that to, and the wire is broken. It looks more like it was ripped than it was cut. Residual damage, or collateral damage rather, from the attack destroyed whatever it was attached to.
Okay. I've been calling out to folks what I've been seeing and sort of directing them to look. Can I seem to see where, like, is the other side of the wire? Like, if it's broken, is there another side that it leads to?
It seems to you that wire would have connected to power source or something or other, and maybe both, and then led to these 2 speakers.
Cool.
Yep.
Thank you. Come back. Are any of you good with technology?
What's technology? I bring my phone into view.
I probably, Josh, if I am like part of a group that would like share resources and things, like would I know like theory?
I think. Well, how high is your intelligence score?
I don't want to answer that question.
roll me an intelligence check. It's raw intelligence. You'll add your intelligence modifier to a d20 roll.
Okay. Oh fuck! It's a 5.
People around you have used technology, and you know that like hitting this button opens this door, hitting this button is a go on a ship. You don't know the theory behind anything about how any of it works.
Okay. Okay.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Is there any animal life around, like rats or mice or like?
You have 2 animal teammates.
Well, yeah, I know, but the question
have wings.
the question was, I was like a rat or a mouse or something like that, and I cast a spell at animal friendship where I could talk to them and see if I can gain information that way.
Sure, yeah. I'll say there's a water rat that is passing and kind of looks at you like.
So if I do that, I can gain some information from.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah, so I'll use a spell slot to talk to the animal and see if they know anything.
Who are you and what do you want?
Well, Pierre.
My name is Pierre. I live on the Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre.
No.
We're played. Got lower.
The return of the French rodents,
Hello.
forcing the cannon.
We are all French across all the planets.
You work in the restaurant by the pier. A bit of ratatouille going on.
No, that is my cousin.
Were you around last night? Did you know anything what happened or?
No, but my third cousin twice removed was.
And what did he tell you?
He was telling me over dinner at my other cousin's house that he saw some crazy shit.
Exactly what did he see? Can you describe it?
There was a giant jet stream of water that came and blew up the ship. And then there were a bunch of elementals that killed most of the people who are here.
Yeah.
He said that they heard a great big sound of some kind, like the singing sound that is made by the big fish.
This voice, man, is. I love this. Anyway.
Well, thank you.
Did you see anyone? Did they see anyone leaving after all this happened?
The big fish left.
Okay.
It was here. Did not see anybody else.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
I'm now regretting casting this spell. It's going to be my friend for 24 hours now. I'm going to have a random.
Anywhere you go, I wish to go as well.
Yeah. French rat following me around.
Can I scare? Can I?
No, I want to keep it.
I do not have to keep talking. I can be very quiet.
Because Becca can, with your consent, of course, just pretend to look at this French rat being like, are you tasty though?
My new friend, I believe that you have a giant cat as your friend, and I do not like the way that she is looking at me at this point.
So, okay, I'm going to ask if they see anything unusual or something like that, then he'll come and find us. Like, keep an eye around the city, get his rat family to keep an eye around the city, and if he finds anything unusual to the docks, to come and find us, or get someone to come and find us.
Sure, that is absolutely fine. My third cousin, twice removed, did tell me that that the people who did escape sort of ran away in a couple different directions. The Triton left sort of on the shore, and the humans seem to go more inland. So, this is this is what they said, but I will keep an ear out. But my third cousin twice removed is the only one of our family who is around for this, so I don't know what more we will be able to find for you.
Can Atlas ask Bug before Bug sends the rat away? Can you ask it when the music stopped?
Okay. I asked when the music stopped.
They seemed to think that with the attack, the music seemed to stop at that point.
After the attack?
Well,
Sorry,
yes,
relay.
the big jet stream of water and the elementals seemed to drown out or destroy whatever made the noise.
Okay.
Josh,
Yes.
in regards to last night when I started feeling sad,
Yeah.
was it just sad? Was it anger? Was there? Can I roll a self-insight check? I don't quite know. What was I feeling? And did I hear anything that caused me to feel that? Or was it just a sense of it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check on yourself.
Natural 19.
Oh boy.
25.
Aurelei had an excellent therapist.
We really like to talk about our feelings, where we come from. It's very important.
Yeah.
We have a lot of highs and lows, literally and figuratively. So important.
What's that, Mike?
Pierre has a doctorate in healthcare. It's just like,
Yes, in fact, I am a therapist for the rest of my family. You do an insight check on yourself. You did not physically hear any of this, but you know what you felt, and what you felt was, yeah, it was that that grief and anger that leads to retribution for loss is what you felt.
Thank you.
I think we've gauged everything we need to know. Do you think around here and that, or?
We just ask, and then we'll go. Priestess Yola sat on a bench.
I am. Yes, hello.
Hello. I came here with some knowledge last night that the Kujomara have been particularly distressed lately. This
Oh, Mr. Tamlin must have gotten your I imagine at some point that would have made it back to me. Have they been very distressed?
quite a bit so. Enough that we felt it worth it. One of us come over here.
Oh, well, that's very deeply disturbing news. What do you think possibly could have caused this?
Well, of course, we know they miss us. Those of us up on the surface.
Yes, very sorrowful for the rising of all of the people of this world, indeed.
You've not noticed this around here, though.
What, the Kujiolmaras? Discomfort?
They're rising. Aye.
Or you, what? Sorry, what are you talking about?
This is news to you. You've not noticed it over here.
Well, this particular, you know, in Ventlam, we don't hear the song of the Kujiolmara very often anyhow. And I'm quite old. I don't go out into the waters myself, but it would have come to me eventually. Your people are particularly attuned, particularly holy and blessed.
your ability to sing with the Kujiolmara. I imagine you are the first to notice a significant change.
Has there been anything new happening here?
Oh, more of the same. Increased trade from beyond the stars is transforming the city more and more. We did get one piece of exciting, in not a good way, news recently. My order did get a little bit of news that a gentleman by the name of the Pyromancer was in town. Our understanding is that he's a human radicalist who sows chaos and destruction wherever he goes. His bounty, the Inaran Assembly's bounty on his head through the guild, is extraordinarily high.
It's very good to know. Thank you.
Not
Thank
at
you.
all.
Have a good day.
Oh, you as well. Good luck in your investigation, and peace be with you.
I share this with the group. So, I think it's worth keeping an eye out for this human.
Yeah, I can ask Pierre to keep an eye out for him as well.
Pierre said that that a couple of people ran away, Triton and a human.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what's come up as their possible suspect, so it's could have been them instigating.
Yep.
All right.
I can look for somebody called a Pyromancer, but first I must understand what this word means.
Man who makes fire.
Oh. A lot of water around here.
Yeah.
A weird place to come.
Very odd indeed. I will keep an eye out for anybody who smells like smoke. And nose out for anybody who smells like smoke. Pierre runs off and goes to investigate for you guys.
Cool.
On to the tavern.
Yeah, why not?
Cool
Yes.
beans. You guys head to the horizon line. This place is not ramshackle. This place is very nice indeed. It is a built-up building. It's got 3 stories that you can see above water, and then you can see that it continues below water level, as sort of a meeting place between those who prefer to remain entirely aquatic and those who breathe and walk in the sun. Going into the main sort of like bar area, the square footage of this place isn't huge, but it's all like very beautiful wood. It seems like it was like no expense was spared in that regard. An array of alcohols being served behind the bar. Beautiful tiefling man serving drinks sort of like a purple hue to his skin. Gold earrings and all of that good stuff. And as you walk in, you can see another person who works here is dragging away and throwing onto a pile the 6th person to have lost a drinking competition in a row against a middle-aged, muscled, almost bare-chested Triton woman with one eye missing, short cut hair, sort of like a wrap around her breasts, and like just scars crisscrossing her body. And she just like, and in front of her is just like so many piles of shot glasses on this table, and the people all around are like sitting in booths or at tables, just kind of like laughing and talking to each other and watching this happen. And like a couple people like trying to psych each other out to like go and go up for the next round that she seems to be preparing for. And she's like facing the door as you guys come in.
Becca just murmurs to herself, "This is my worst nightmare."
For social reasons?
Yes.
Good to clarify.
She hates people.
So,
Atlas just kind of looks around and goes, I think that's her. Who wants to go first?
I'm slowly not going anywhere near. Pushing everyone else forward.
Becca kind of, I don't want to say bitch slapped, but like very much like, don't you dare touch me.
You have to go pretty crouched down to hit Bug. He's only 3 foot tall.
Next time we'll use my claws, okay? Becca respects her personal space.
you guys
just
go for it.
let's go just say Atlas go just roll her eyes and deep sigh and just kind of walks along, but using her quarterstaff as like a walking stick almost. So like she looks like she's going to go hiking, like just be like she really doesn't understand the social context of this competition. She's just like, there's a person sitting down at a table with drinks in front of them. People aren't doing too well. Don't know why they're on the floor, but I kind of need to talk to this lady. I just kind of just goes. And she's like, yeah, you, this person.
Great.
Not understanding anything that's actually going on, like socially, and like why people are around her. It's like, maybe she's popular.
Do you sit down opposite her? There's one chair on the other side of the table.
Yeah, why not? She doesn't understand.
Incredible. Okay. All right. Not done a shifter before. How's it going? What's your name?
My name's Atlas. Like, she's really happy. She's just like, yeah, okay, we could talk.
Nice, Urin. And she beckons the tiefling over, and he pours like 6 shots in front of you and 6 shots in front of her. She raises one. Cheers.
She kind of like, I will say Atlas is 15. She is classed as an adult, as a shifter, but like she kind of looks at it and goes, it kind of smells it and like, okay, cheers.
Cheers. Downs it. Puts it upside down and like slams it on the table in front of her.
I think Atlas will just do exactly the same as her. It's like, oh, that's how you drink this drink, yeah?
Fantastic. Con save DC 5.
Con save.
I'm preparing healing word just in case.
13.
Fantastic. Yeah, you feel it go down, and it's warm in your stomach, but you're all right. So, you a local? What's your story?
No story really to tell. I've got some friends and they kind of just like do that to everyone by the door still. It's like we're just helping out people, and I think just realized my mic wasn't there. I think we just need to just chat with you. Do you have 5 minutes, or do you need to keep drinking?
Oh, I can chat and I can do both. Cheers.
Cheers. And I'll kind of just like wave the other guys over.
Sure, bring your friends. Some Outworlders, huh?
And she's like, yeah, I think so. I've only known them 5 minutes. Doubts it.
Friend's a strong word for someone you've known 5 minutes. Sort of like eyes all three of you. gives sort of barely a glance at Bug. I moves appreciatively over Aurelei, and then like comes to rest on Becca and just kind of goes,
Is there something on my face?
"No, but your form is weak. Cheers."
While that's going on, can I do a perception check to see if anyone else is paying attention to us in the place?
Yeah, you guys, you roll perception. Go for it.
And I'm blind as a bat. I got, I got a nat 1. Woo!
Woo, baby! There are a lot of people looking at you. You're the center of attention in this place, and it is terrifying.
Oh yeah, Bug wants to leave. He's literally, if his head was on, had rotate, he would be doing a 360. He'd be doing a 360.
Can I get 2 more con saves from Atlas? First one's DC 8, second one's DC 11.
So the DC 8 con save was a 17.
Great. Passes.
And the second one was a 16.
Fantastic. That also passes. Give me 1 sec. Basically, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this out loud because it's easier. What she meant when she said that to Becca, she's looking at you, and I think in this moment, like recognizes like you're looking at another monk, and she's telling you that you're shit. She's shit talking you.
Well, of course she's winning all the drinking contests.
No.
Well, Becca's
Can't be
not gonna
poisoned.
drink, so I'm like, at least I have some fucking
Self-control.
I think before Atlas like did the shot after the sassy comment, she'll be like, "Well, that was a bit rude," and kind of just does the shot anyway.
Amazing. So that was you've made your way through half of the drinks in front of you. You're doing well. She's looking at you appreciatively. So what can I do for all of you?
There's an issue at a shipyard.
Not so.
Thoughts, feelings? Were you there?
Thoughts, feelings, was I there? Thoughts,
In that order.
thoughts are that's very broad, and I don't actually know what you're talking about. Feelings, who gives a shit? And what was I there? I wouldn't know specifically, but I was here, so I don't think I was there. Cheers.
And I wish I was a paladin again. Zone of truth.
She's like, vague, but I'll live with it.
Con save, DC 14.
You know what? You could actually help us by giving us an actual answer. There was a ship attacked last night, and we need to know who done it.
Great, what ship? I'll ask her. I'm happy to ask around. What ship you talking about? And you've got all the details, you know, like, but she's just asking for specifics.
Yeah,
like, you know all of this. Yeah.
Carrie is not the
No,
great
that's-
absorber of information.
All good.
17.
Wonderful. You're keeping up just fine. So yeah, you give information. She's like,
Yeah.
well, more than happy to ask around, see if anybody here knows anything. In the meantime, enjoy yourselves. Buy a drink. Cheers.
I have a really bad plan, but I'm not going to do it.
Are these free? Cheers.
As long as you're competing. Cheers.
Do you know anyone who we could possibly ask?
DC 17 con save, Atlas. This is your 5th drink. Anybody that you can possibly ask. Looks around. What'd you get?
20, baby.
20! Absolutely phenomenal. On a nat 20, what I'm going to say is for your last shot, you're going to get advantage.
Ooh.
That's the reward for rolling a nat 20 on that one. She looks around. Now, I'm not one to gossip about people who patrons of the Horizon line enjoy a certain amount of anonymity from the house. I will say tensions tend to rise between surface dwellers and dwellers in the deep. So maybe going to the bar below would be the answer to that. And you can see down the hall, sort of like down some stairs, that just goes to the lower levels, which are underwater. Give me that last con save as she says cheers. You have advantage. DC is 20.
Oh!
No. Double fuck. That was only 15.
With the last shot, you feel yourself starting to get a bit tipsy. You are under the poisoned condition. You don't go down. You don't go you don't go unconscious or anything. For the next little bit, you are under the poisoned condition, so you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, I believe is what that is. And and she goes, "You're impressive. If you wanted to keep going, more shots for free." That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I should have done my plan. I told Alberta I was going to do create and destroy water and turn all the alcohol to water.
Nah. That's
been a total party kill, so that's probably against it.
Wait, can I just clarify? This woman is a monk.
She's a monk.
Okay. Imagine being so dissatisfied with your life that instead of actually respecting your craft, you turn to drink for fun.
She stands up and the bar goes quiet. You
I
want
think
to put
Atlas
your...
just does this. Because she's in the middle, she's like, oh, no.
Buggy's trying to get under a table.
She tightens a strap around her knuckles. You want to put your fists where your mouth is?
Hey, I was not the one who insulted my form.
Well, you have to admit, either you're out of practice or you're a novice.
I don't owe you my life history, but I do owe you a punch. I'm going to flurry of blows!
Hell fucking yeah! Roll initiative, everybody!
I'm sorry!
Yes!
I'm here to cause chaos! Right, that's a 13. So I've got a 17.18.
Wait,
12.
18 is your initiative? Becca? 12 for Bug?
No, 17.18.
Why is there a point? Why is there a decimal point?
Because Roll20 just does that!
I don't like that at all.
Okay, fine, round it down to 17.
You have a plus what to your initiative?
It's 4.18.
Okay, we're gonna say it's 4. So it's gonna be 17 is your initiative.
Okay, fine.
What do I add to initiative again?
Dexterity modifier.
Yeah, Dex.
Would the 4 be the modifier and the 18 be the score for your dex? Is that why it says that? Carrie?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I realized I wasn't
Yes.
specifying.
Yes, it is. The modifier is 4, and like the base stat or something like that is 18.
Yes. Okay, makes sense. So you're adding plus 4 to a 4 to what did you roll to 14?
It was 13.
13
It was
plus 4
13,
is
so it's
17. Great. And
high Dex, don't they?
monks add. Do they add
Oh my
stuff? Do
God,
they add their
this-
wisdom as well? I don't think they do. Could be wrong. What did you get, Daisy?
18.
Nice. Gonna,
Thinking of Gloomstalkers, Josh.
I am thinking of Gloomstalkers, Alberta. Thank you so much. Who?
Mine was 20.
Yes, I thank you kindly. As was Urin's, so Urin is gonna go first. And everybody, can we just sidle on over to Owlbear, if you'd be so kind. Over on Owlbear, we've got, this is gonna be representative of Urin. She will have, oop, I don't want to.
I'm assuming I'm like here.
Yeah, that's exactly where you'd be.
For the sake of the video, people can see Owlbear, right?
They can see Owlbear,
Okay,
yes.
good.
I'm recording this twice. I'm recording this over Zoom and on OBS, where I've got...
Bless your computer's processor. That'll be absolutely...
I got a new computer recently, and it was very nice.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
It's slowly draining the life from his laptop to work, but it's fine.
My laptop was terrible.
Yeah, I have to say.
And it's slowly dying. Bless its heart. It's trying its best, but this computer can do stuff. It's good.
Yeah, I got a new work laptop recently, and now I'm able to like stream on it and like do these sorts of things. And it's so nice.
It's so nice. Relate very hard. Okay, so we need Aurelei to make a token, and we need Bug to make a token on Owlbear. And if you'd like me to do it for you,
I need you to, because remember, mine doesn't let me do that for some reason.
totally fine.
Get onto it.
I picked a random token because there isn't a cat as an option.
That is more than fair. For Aurelei, I'm gonna put the little swirl of an elemental on there.
Yay!
Because that way it's not the exact same as Billy.
I know. I was like, I know they have the wing one, but
Aurelei and Bug, I'm gonna throw one on there.
Oh, I am also a mom.
Perfect.
Little goblin.
That token is absolute mood.
Yep.
Yeah. All of them are, honestly.
100%. So Urin is gonna take her turn first, and she's just gonna sidle up, like square up with Becca, and just sorry.
I thought I did it first because I landed my flurry of blows first.
She was egging you to an attack, so you don't get a surprise round on her. And even as you go to punch, she's that much faster and more agile than you are. So it was fun stuff. 3 unarmed attacks is what this says right here. And they're all coming at you.
Oh no.
Does a... Oh, no, wait. I have your AC here. So you have an AC of 16, so one of those is a miss. And the other 2 are going to be hits.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And the amount of damage dealt is going to be... Hey, minimum for the first one. So it's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage for the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Don't make that noise.
11 points of damage for
Okay,
the
not too bad.
second hit. On the first hit, can I get a dexterity saving throw?
That
Becca.
what is that still a 20 dice?
So it is still a d20.
Okay.
And then you add your
Then
dexterity
it's my
saving
dex
throw.
modifier. Okay.
It's
Oh,
your
saving throw.
Yes, saving throw.
So that is a 24.
Fantastic. She jabs, moves in to try some fancy footwork stuff. You're able to keep your legs from being swept out from under you. And then for the second hit, can I get a Constitution saving throw as she burns a key point?
Oh, okay. Oh shit, that's an 8.
You are stunned.
No!
And she open palm just hits you right between the eyes, and you see stars for a second.
Oh, this is fucking embarrassing, man.
That is the end of her turn. Aurelei, she does not seem to consider the rest of you enemies. She's just picking a fight with the monk in the room. You are next in the initiative order. What would you like to do?
Gonna start off with, yeah. You've made your point. Becca can't do anything right now. Leave off. You're very impressive. Leave off.
Roll me a persuasion check.
With advantage, and I can't roll under a 9.
Them charisma builds.
What's my persuasion? I have expertise too. What is it? It's something good.
Oh boy.
28.
Oh, gee whiz.
Accidentally, I literally knocked my sock off. As I moved, I knocked the little footsie sock I have on.
I have never experienced anybody, I've never experienced myself or heard anybody literally experience having their socks knocked off. So that is amazing in and of itself. A 28. Urin finds, obviously, we're gonna continue through initiative, but she like nods and she you know what, she's just gonna back up 5 feet, and just go, hey, just needed the kitten to know, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Becca here heard that. She's fucking fuming.
I am gonna sort of to Becca say, it's all right. I'm sure you're very impressive yourself. And kind of bat her eyes a bit, and give you bardic inspiration. That's a D8, and you can use that on any attack, save, or ability check for the next 10 minutes. Also, I think I have a thing that if that roll still fails, you can keep the die.
Which is very, very cool. Eloquence abides. So going through, we're gonna cut through initiative. Atlas, having heard that interaction and seen Becca get a little bit dazed, what do you choose to do on your round, if anything?
I think Atlas would like jump the table to stand like in front of Becca with her staff. It's more like, it's not a warning of, you know, I'm not here to fight you. It's more, I'm protecting her.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's just your movement to do that.
Oh, I'll bonus action shillelagh.
Ooh, what does your shillelagh look like, if I may ask?
Oh, I haven't thought about that. I think because she has the nervous habit of like tapping it on the floor, like as she taps it, vines start just coming out the quarterstaff and just wrap and like weave itself into the staff. And then when obviously it's ended, it will just, the vines will come off like fireflies, will just drift away.
Very, very cool. And you stand well above her. She just looks up at you, is like, interesting. Bug.
Hello.
Sorry. Becca's turn is next. She's stunned. So
I can use an action to stop it. Stillness of mind.
that is for charmed or frightened.
Am I technically? I'm charmed to not move.
So you take your turn to shake your head clear.
I can take a bonus action as well.
You cannot take a bonus action. This takes your turn from you. Stunned is a nasty condition in D&D 5e. Also, we just
can I hold an action?
no
if
can
possible?
Yes, you absolutely can prepare an action. What would you like to prepare?
If Urine moves forward, it's going to be an attack.
Fantastic.
Like if she goes to like Becca intentionally,
It's an attack.
it'll be a smack in the face.
Wunderbar. That you have prepared that. Becca, you're dazed, but you shake off that stunned condition. That's your turn. And then Bug.
Now I'm just trying to figure out what I can do. Okay, first of all, I'm going to bonus action and I'm going to cast Shield of Faith.
Ooh, very nice.
So, hang on, I'm just 60 feet. Oh, okay. I'll give it to. What's your character called again? Sorry.
Aurelei.
Aurelei. I will put it around Aurelei, and she gets a +2 to her AC.
Thank you. AC of 13, baby.
So that's my bonus action, and then what's the woman doing?
Urin seems to have been convinced to leave off, having shown that she is a superior monk.
Okay, I won't do that then. I will just hold my action, but I'll hold a spell. I'll hold commands just in case Aurelei's music or whatever falls off from that.
So, if Urin attacks, you'll cast command.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've got 2 prepared actions. I think we can safely sort of like come around and sort of temporarily exit initiative. We will re-enter if Becca chooses. Becca. This is in your hands. Whatever you want to do in this moment.
Oh, Becca's fuming. She's absolutely fuming. Like, she might as well just stay stunned anyway because she's so paralyzed with anger. Oh. No, I'll be the better person. I won't do anything. I'll back off.
And Urin notably does not taunt you any further. She does not rub salt in the wound, as it were. Goes, all right, peace among us.
I get back under the table.
Bug, you get under the table.
Aurelei will say to both monks, thank you both. You got more important things to deal with.
Fantastic. She says, well, if there's anything else you want me for, I'll be here. And she goes and resumes her seat at the table, sort of like accidentally kicks Bug and goes, oh, I'm genuinely sorry. That was not intentional.
I'll bite your shins next time.
I like him. A round on me for these 4. She calls to the tiefling. The tiefling just pours out 4 shots along the bar.
I don't drink. I don't take it.
Thank you. I'm gonna have one.
Go for it. DC 5 con save.
Becca does say as well to Urin, this isn't personal. I just choose not to.
She just gives you a nod.
I'm going to take the smallest sip of it, like not like full gulp or shoot it down. I'm just going to take the smallest sip of it.
Fantastic. Con save DC 2.
Oh. Well, I wasted that. I got 20. 15 plus 3 on my con, so I got 20. So just down the whole thing.
You have a taste of this stuff, and you think something in your metabolism works for this particular kind of alcohol, and you know that this is just hydrating for you. You are immune to you automatically will succeed on all further con saves for this alcohol.
Nice.
Amazing.
Awesome.
This one shot into a drinking game. Let's do it.
And you could earn a pretty penny in this place, setting up a second table if you wanted to. But your investigation awaits.
I rolled an 18 minus 1, 17.
Fantastic.
Your con's not that good.
Con minus 1, yeah.
That's shit. So I have an 8 con.
Ouch.
She has less than half your hit points, Bug. Okay.
8 con, 8 strength. Just.
I have
all fairness,
double your strength.
all fairness, my strength and my intelligence is not that great. But I shouldn't have told Josh that, so now everything's going to be a strength or intelligence.
So, what you guys gonna do next?
Wasn't there another part of the bar he said that under dark or something? Deep dark or something?
In the water.
Yeah.
Called it the bar below, which I did steal from Neil.
What do you think? Do you think we need to head down there or what?
Probably should.
Probably should, rather we didn't.
I'm gonna come off of Owl Bear for the moment.
Right.
Can I just to Aaron say, have you seen anyone goes by the Pyromancer?
Roll me persuasion.
With advantage. 28 again. The blue die is doing me well.
Blue
today.
die's doing
Thank
you well. I knew your people were charming, but normally I wouldn't disclose that kind of information, but for you, yes. Just today, I've seen the Pyromancer in here. Pyromancer went and was discussing something with the people, the Skithak and merfolk downstairs. I provide private rooms for people to do whatever kind of business they need to do here, you understand? And it's not my business to ask questions about what that might be. So, when a gentleman who wants to stay anonymous from off-world comes and wants to discuss things with Skithak and merfolk who also want to stay anonymous, I don't ask questions, but I give them a room. However, Pyromancer's no longer here. He poked his head up from the stairs and disappeared as soon as you guys came in. So he's fully gone.
Are the merfolk still here?
Downstairs, to the best of my knowledge.
Alright. Did you see which direction he went?
No, I had my hands full.
Fair enough. Can I just roll a quick insight check just to see?
Of course. Nobody else rolled a perception check except for Bug, who got a nat 1. So nobody saw the Pyromancer just leave.
I was drinking.
Whatever.
You know what?
No,
Becca already
13.
has her ass whooped. You didn't need.
Need to also tell us that we just fucking let him walk out.
Oh, he didn't walk out, to be fair.
Oh, so he hurriedly sped walked, did he?
No, he teleported.
Reported.
Oh, right then.
Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little bitch.
He's got magic. He's called the Pyromancer.
Shall we head into the basement then?
What's your insight check?
It was shit. Is what it was. 13.
13. Yeah. She seems to like to drink and fight.
Yeah, okay, I guess we'll head below. Bug's not going first, by the way.
Fair enough. You get to the top of the stairs and you see the surface of the water. It's high tide. And the stairs just keep going down. And you see like the passing of tritons and merfolk down there.
Water breathing potions, everyone?
I think water-breathing potions will be the only option.
This is already downed 1.
You're getting to the end of the time on that first one.
Yeah, so she's like, no. It was kind, but she will be casting water breathing, and then anyone else who wants it. Because
there are so many water breathing potions to go around if you don't want to use the spell slot. You're welcome to cast the spell if you want.
I think just because the hate of deep water is like relying on something you have to drink.
Got it.
It's just panic attack central. She's like, I can do it. I can calm myself. I can cast it. So thank you, but I'd like to cast water breathing, please.
You are more than welcome.
So it's up to 10 willing creatures. So raise your hand if you want water breathing.
I'll take it.
Yes, please.
And
Thank
it
you.
lasts for 24 hours. That's
Nice.
why I can't her.
Pretty good.
That is good.
Becca
Says
says
to the group, my only request is that you do not look at me when we come up the water. Because as a cat, it's not a good look.
As a wolf, it's not a good look or smell. Let's be honest here. Dog-like traits.
Bug's
We're
just-
dog.
Bug's just gonna go, I'm never a good look, and just slowly walk down.
Oh,
Oh,
that is.
Well,
That
Now, I
is-
may be a hard ass punk, but self-deprecation is not allowed.
if
Yeah.
you want, I can kind of brush my wet hair over my shoulder when I come up to distract everyone from the rest of you. I've been
This
told I
is
look
why
quite
you're
nice
a
coming out of the
charming
water.
person. Yeah, you're a kind person.
Thank you. I like you all. And I go underwater.
Incredible.
Because Aurelei has charmed me, I go in straight after her.
Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling something up. You guys.
How do cats swim?
Poorly.
Poorly, yeah.
Aren't I really glad I have... What is it? Step of the Wind. I mean, I can only use that once, but...
Step of the Wind you could use as a bonus action, which
I
by
thought it was
spending
a key point.
And a key
Yeah.
point, yeah.
I don't want to use all my key points on just swimming.
Oh, I see. So, the way that underwater works in 5e is for everybody who does not have a swimming speed, your movement is halved. It counts as difficult terrain, but it is 3-dimensional, so it's 15 feet around instead of 30. But we will deal with that if combat presents itself. There are all kinds of stuff. But for the moment, you just make your way slowly through, and you get directions to go further down and further down. This is actually a 6-storied building, 3 above, 3 below. And that ratio changes to 4:2 when the tide is low. Oh yeah.
Bug winces slightly as the salt water hits the scar on his face.
Reminder of old pain.
I am gonna just say, Becca, are you all right there? And just healing word you real quick.
Don't I still have inspiration die as well?
For 10 minutes since I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got that and healing word. Thank you. Do you know how many that is? Do I have to roll for that?
I'm going to roll. I did not set out my dice beforehand, so if they're not in their usual place,
That is
it's
fine.
going to be 6 hit points.
Yay! Thanks.
You're welcome. If you want any more, let me know.
That's fine. Should be good for the time being.
Cool.
You all go down to the bar below, and it becomes very clear very quickly who you are here to see. Deep in the dark and the blackness of the 3rd story down, there is one of the 4 possible dancing lights near the entrance of this floor, and otherwise this floor is kept black. People with dark vision will be able to see a little bit down here. Those without will just see darkness. And Skithakan merfolk down here almost religiously despise the sun and do not like to venture up this close to the surface ordinarily. And so for those without dark vision, there is just a shifting in the black and a voice that comes out. For those who can see a little more, the shapes are definitely merfolk, but a little bit more misshapen, a little bit more flattened in strange places, and arms and joints at slightly odd angles. These people who are used to being very, very deep in the oceans indeed. You just hear a male voice coming out of the dark. What do the sun walkers and the outworlders want with us?
Sorry, I missed it. What is he?
Merfolk.
I don't know.
And I reply back in Merfolk. It is one of my languages I know.
Primordial?
No, just Merfolk.
Oh, it's a
and
literal
Common.
language. Oh,
Yeah.
I did not realize that it was its own language. Fantastic.
Oh.
You speak in Merfolk. Go for it.
Just kind of, we do not wish to intrude. We would like to ask some questions just with something that's happened on land. I understand you're not fond of up there.
We do not venture onto your cursed shores. Ask questions and leave, that we may be rid of your sun-filled flesh.
If I got my moon rock out, would it offend them?
Roll history. See if you know that.
History. Tangents. 16.
Yes, light offends them.
Any light.
All light.
Alberta, cast Starstring Light. I'm joking.
And something evoking the moon, a celestial body, will offend them a great deal.
Oh, I'll keep that in my pocket.
And they don't speak in common. So unless you speak merfolk, no one else is understanding this.
I relay whatever's said.
I just hear noises.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great
Noises, sea
noises.
shapes.
I'm just swimming.
You know when you're like, I swear I took these spells, and suddenly none of them are there? That's
Yeah.
what I'm dealing with right now.
The little one seems like he's seen too much of your son.
I relayed that to Bug, but with more words and gentler.
More words in general. So basically, Bug, get out.
More of the fact that they're admiring your appearance and have made insinuations about sunlight and heat.
Okay. I just smile and wave.
Smile and wave, boys.
Boys,
Smile and wave.
You've got night vision, dark
Uh,
vision, both of you.
I've got dark vision.
Yes, 60 foot.
Oh,
Oh,
I
so
don't know
3.
my distance.
Oh, cool. So Aurelei, this is terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
60
lost.
feet.
Voices in the dark.
So you
Oh, you
three
can't
can
see
see. You three can see these figures. Just more like the outlines of the figures, because it's not like true. There's not a lot of light even for your dark vision, but you can see at least their shapes and positions in this room. They're a little ways away from you across the bar. Aurelei, you can't see anything.
It makes her really sad because she knows once upon a time her and her people probably could.
Yeah.
They can't anymore, so she's real sad right now, guys. Do I know if merfolk speak primordial?
Yes, they would speak primordial. You would know this.
Okay, that's just good to know in case
Yeah.
I need to speak.
One
I
thing
don't
that
have to use
surprises
it.
me, choosing the subjects later, is Dragonborn don't have dark vision. I thought they would.
Dragonborn raw are very weird. Rules as written Dragonfolk are weird. They don't work anything like you would expect them to. Wizards have addressed this recently with fist bands. So, and before that, Mad Mercer did it, and before that, homebrewers everywhere did it. So we're all good for Dragonborn stuff.
What's that?
All good.
Probably because I can see, move closer to Lorelei, just kind of have my hand on her shoulder, on her arm, just to know I'm here.
Thank
You can't see it, but we're here. And then I'll kind of ask the group, what are we asking them again? I don't want to upset it.
I'm gonna say in primordial. Do any of you know of the recent attack that took place?
I flee for now. You speak to us in this tongue of weak shallowlings, tongue of those who know the wind. The attack was not us.
Did you see or hear anything that might be useful?
The pyromancer was angry. Yes. Very angry. Came to us. Could not fulfill his bargain, the pyromancer could not.
What bargain was that?
He, soft sunlighter, wished to make deal with deep people, but he could not deliver, so we do not pay him his service. He leave angry, yes.
What was he meant to deliver?
Irrelevant. He leave angry. The shipyard venture for him. Yes. Go sore, go poor. He make no money. He come to us wanting his money.
How much were you going to pay him?
The sunlighters are nothing from us, no. We sell to the soft one, the hard shallowling upstairs instead, Have to trade with the sun. Not for long, not for long. Yeah.
Did you notice when they came? The All Mothers. One of them came.
He flee for knock. No. The old mother's song came in the night. Broke the dark, did it? No. Spit on your mothers. Death to them all, You
Yes, spit
sing
in
the
water.
songs. You sing the songs of sleep. We will wake soon, little one. Taste the wind. Taste the wind while you can. Kunum Dea.
I'm not understanding a single thing they're saying, but I think the spitting's meant to be insulting.
Yeah, you'd be right. Yeah.
Spitting in water so it just floats around is just
Absolutely. You're almost glad you can't really see the details.
Are we?
Ah.
Are we? I mean, I have the dark vision. I can see all the other figures, so I'm not gonna push matters too far. But I'm like, are we okay? Are we all right here?
Roll me an insight check. Anybody who wants to can.
Oh wow.
Insight. That's an 18.
Ooh,
Third time I've got that now. That's nice.
amazing.
17.
My D&D Beyond's just going a bit slow.
It's all
I
good.
got 5. So I've
Well.
been talking to them, but I don't know yet.
I got 14.
14. You guys are okay. The longer you stay, the worse their racism and anger becomes. So you with a 17, 18, you know you're reaching the end of their patience with you.
We got about 5 minutes.
I sense it too, so he's starting to swim back towards the exit.
I see that I have no use to this conversation, so I follow.
Fair enough.
We'll ask one last thing and then we'll leave you be.
Ask.
Do you know where the Outworlder went?
Back to this time. He and his empire fail here. New ventures, maybe. Who knows? We hope he returns. Outworlders good. Outworlders bring awakening from the dark. Bring the end to the Kuchomara. Kunum Dea. Dark days for you.
I'll take my leave.
I'll take my leave as well.
DM translation for the players. The merfolk were in business with the pyromancer. Pyromancer was upset that the shipyard got attacked because it was a business venture of his.
Mm-hmm.
He was investing in these folks, the Skithakan merfolk, and in shipping and a whaling shipyard on the surface. He came here, wanted to be paid for what he had given to the Skithakan merfolk. They did not pay him. And so he left. They don't like the Kujiolmara. They don't like these whale entities. These guys want to kill all of them because they believe it will awaken their sleeping gods to destroy everybody on the surface. Anybody who's ever seen the sun will die. That's their belief in sort of their apocalypse, their religious fulfillment. And they're taunting Aurelei, and they specifically don't like her because she's got a connection to the Kujiolmara, and they don't like those people. That is what happened there. So that is the information that you leave with. Anybody who wants to can roll me an intelligence check. So just a d20 plus your int mod.
Alright.
That's an 8.
Ooh.
18.
18.
It would have been a 17, but I've got -1, so it's a 16.
16's pretty good.
17.
Incredible. Becca, you're like, I have no idea. These three put their heads together and can sort of work out that this guy from the Dahiri Empire called the Pyromancer is investing in the killing of Kuchiomara on this planet. And that got sabotaged in the night, which is why he's upset. But the Scathach merfolk did not seem to be the ones who perpetrated that. They seemed to like whalers. They seem to like people coming in from outside because it furthers their plans. So these guys are not responsible, and neither is the Pyromancer for what happened at the shipyard.
So I'm assuming you all are relaying this to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Feel free to take this as either Carrie asking the questions or Becca asking the questions. So this attack on the ship was a good thing? Because it prevented plans for genocide?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a message.
It was someone was using the Kuchiomara to prevent future death of the Kuchiomara.
Mm-hmm.
Either because they like the Kuchiomara or because they also believe that in the Kunumdea, that's a thing, and that they might be. I want to speak to the turtle. They might be just someone being like, I don't want to. If someone believes like, oh yes, I think that the Kunumdea are actually existing and thus can come up and kill things, and the Kujomara is what's keeping them asleep. Then, if they did want that, basically any surface dweller who doesn't believe in who isn't like woohoo Kunumdea for some weird reason, has reason to not want the Kujomara dead.
So do we still need to know who attacked the ship?
You guys. You've learned enough in theory to bring your investigation back to Tamlin. You haven't answered the questions, but you do know the wider context, and you can give more information about this wanted man, the Pyromancer, and turn in the information that you do have.
But even if we did that, he's not wanted for this crime. Okay, what he's doing wasn't good. And he still wouldn't know who did it. Are there like people who are absolutely obsessed with this? I mean, to the degree of like in just world knowledge, like absolutely obsessed with these whales and will do anything to keep them there.
Yes, you know the answer to this question. You met a priestess of a religious order devoted to them earlier today.
Wow, would you look at that?
The one I rolled a really shit insight on, or maybe I rolled a shit insight on the Triton. I can't remember.
You rolled a shit insight on Urin. You didn't roll an insight on the sweet old turtle.
No, I meant to. God damn it.
Sweet old turtle that can't do a lot anymore because she's old.
So from an outsider's perspective, right? Genocide isn't a good thing, right?
No.
I mean, I know, people are a little bit annoyed that their ship is attacked, but it was either that or plans for genocide quickening. So we could just... Now, here's where your morals come in. We could pretend we didn't find anything. We could just leave it be. Or are we that adamant to complete this quest?
We don't necessarily know it's her.
True.
Why couldn't they have I think it's interesting that whoever did it didn't take it into their own hands. Why not destroy the ship yourself? Why make it so that it seemed like the crucial Mara did it?
Because it's a loud room. You could hear anyone. You know who's there.
Who are the people who need to hide their wrongdoings the most? People with a public presence. People with authority, power.
I did not come here expecting corruption, okay?
It's everywhere so peaceful, lovely, and dandy.
You were expecting a lovely water world, were you?
We all go swimming every day and trade fish.
Now, you know what? Here's the thing. I know I was brought here to fulfill a diversity quota. They did next to no research about me, considering it is a water matter and I am a cat. So I'm going to go out on a limb here that they're not that invested in figuring out who did this, because they brought in a complete randomer who's not really that qualified in this matter.
I mean, the cat has a point.
On that note, I'm going to call 5-minute break for bio and drinks and whatever else you want. We'll come back and see what you guys decide. Daisy, do you have to go?
Yeah, I'm afraid. Work commitments.
No.
Screw work. But
Yeah.
I can't.
In the break, Becca killed the dog.
I would like to see you try.
Oh! In that case, before we go for our little break and these guys decide what's going to happen next, is there a way that you would like for Atlas to exit this this narrative, Daisy?
Well, Atlas's purpose to come here was for her own reasons, like self-preservation from her family, because they've been through conflict before. I think she would, with the knowledge and discussing where we've all sort of mutually agreed we understand where this attack came from and kind of who was behind it, I think with that knowledge she would just take that home with her. She doesn't feel safe, but it's like satisfied that itch of why.
And more than that, when you go home, you can bring the news that a Tahiri Empire agent was foiled.
Yeah.
And you know that your family will receive that news with a great deal of appreciation.
Yes.
That's wholesome.
Cool.
100%. Alrighty. Daisy, so lovely having you in the one shot. I'll see you very soon. Big hugs.
Yes.
Big hugs.
Lovely to meet
Mwah,
everyone.
mwah, mwah, mwah.
Hope
you
you
for
do. See
playing.
you. Take care.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Cheers, everyone.
Coming back from our break. You guys stand drying off back in the bar above. Two more young people have gone up against Urin and have fallen under the table and have been dragged off to join the ever-growing pile of unconscious people in the corner, discussing what to do. Your ally Atlas respectfully bows out. She's got the information that she needs, which is her family has a grudge against the Tahiri Empire, and if they got a loss, then she doesn't really care about anything else. You have a strong suspicion of who might be behind this. But if it's ultimately a good thing, then who cares? What are you guys going to do?
At this point, you know, I can't, like, Becca can't solve, like, the societal issues, but, you know, she can do what she thinks is the right thing given the scenario, and try and diplomatically navigate our way out of the duty of reporting what happened.
So that's what Becca's thinking. What about Bug? What is Bug thinking in this moment?
Well, Bug is thinking, yeah, he wants to help out, but he's also here for personal reasons.
Mhm.
So he is torn about what he should actually do.
And
Conflicted at the moment.
Interesting. Conflicted. And Aurelei, what are you thinking?
The head of my flock, Aurelei, when I was told to come here, was I given any contacts specifically? Who was I told to
It would have been
message to?
it would have been Tamlin.
Tamlin.
So you have given that information to to them.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to send a message to Aurelei.
You have the sending spell?
I do.
Go ahead. You cast sending.
Okay. There was an attack by the Kujulmara. I think it was provoked by Priestess Yola. I don't know how many words I have left, because I counted and then forgot.
7 or 8. Is it 24 or 25?
25.
8.
What do we know of her? And they can respond. Just so you know, Josh, you don't have to do the voice, but I want everyone to know that Aurelei sounds like Marianne Faithfull.
Nice.
I wouldn't know how to begin doing a Marianne Faithfull voice, so you're just gonna get me. I'm not even gonna do any voice. Chalk it up to sending telephone line garbledygook.
So I send it out along the wind.
Amazing. You send that out along the wind. Coming back to you. I know nothing of Priestess Yola. Personally. What has happened is affecting all the All-Mothers. If she is responsible, she is causing a great harm. And that's the end of the sending.
Thank you. I was sent here for a reason. I think I need to follow up.
All right, if I die, I'm haunting you.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Bug, how are you feeling?
Conflicted. confused. Bug needs to find someone.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for the man who did this, and I indicate the scar on my face.
Looks like a burn scar.
Yeah, it's a burn scar. Yeah.
Could it be the pyromancer or someone else? All right.
Yeah. Bug is here looking for the pyromancer because he burnt his face and he.
Do you have any inkling where he might be?
No, just know he's here.
Provided Tamlin isn't in on what the priestess has been doing, we can bring this information. The priestess gets dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Then energy and time can be focused on finding this pyromancer.
Mm-hmm.
I'd help you with that if you'd like.
I would like that. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Might be a fight in that one, and I'll turn to Becca with that.
Cool, fine. I've no wish to come back for that.
I like to think that that's Becca saying that.
You think this is a Marvel movie where everyone has quips every 2 seconds? Nah, babe.
Okay. What's your plan of action? You're going back to Tamlin.
Yeah, probably the best plan, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to clarify for the group. Are we killing her? Are we trying to arrest her? Are we holding her hostage? What is the...
Well, Tamlin, we're
Becca
going to...
wants to know the room before entering the room.
That's more than fair.
I think maybe we see if it looks like Tamlin's in on it, then we've got more of a problem. But if not, we bring this to Tamlin to see if we can get the priestess arrested.
Right.
If we need to help out with that with force, then we do that.
Cool.
Right. You guys head back to the shipyard, where you know Tamlin is. And he's still there. Arvistos is still there. Ben's still there. Priestess is gone. Is not here. And Tamlin receives your report and sort of nods and thinks about it. Your allegations are intense. The trouble arises in so far as I can understand the logic which you used to come to this accusation. However, it does not seem as though you found any proof to tie her to this. There's nothing I can do. There's not even enough for a search warrant at this point. And she's a very well-connected, well-respected, well-loved, even, I would say, woman. Seeing as there is no hard evidence to provide, unless I get that, there's nothing I can do.
I think we wanted to get a sense of what you thought of this possibility.
I would hate for it to be true. If it were true, I would understand her motivations for doing it. I'm not sure I believe it. And it is the duty of my position to presume innocence.
can let us investigate unhindered.
So long as your investigation continues, you may go where you like with the writ of the city.
Thank you. We didn't want to overstep our bounds.
Of course.
We thought it was good to check in with you.
Enact no violence, or you could be thrown in jail. But if you are able to enter the premises and find anything, you do so with the weight of the assembly and the law behind you.
Thank you so much, Tamlin.
You are very welcome.
Okay, in her
indeed.
head, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I was really looking forward to She has a lot of pent-up anger from earlier.
Tamlin-
so she needs an outlet.
Tamlin like looks at you, insane passive insight, just going like, "It seems like there's a lot going on right now. I just wanted to invite you to take a deep breath with me in this moment. Just a few, just big inhales."
You said not
And
enact
exhales.
violence, but you didn't specifically say no violence against you. So I'd say, please do not give me more unwarranted advice.
The invitation has been declined, and I understand that. And that is, you're in a particular place. I'm going to be right over here. You guys can continue on your way.
With our report, we also explained the stuff about the pyromancer and the being from the Tahiri Empire and all that stuff.
It's like, oh shit, we'll close the spaceports.
Probably wise.
We will post guards everywhere and try to catch that guy. Thank you.
Would you let us know when you've done
Definitely
that?
used finger guns.
Definitely used finger
The
laser
Ursula,
pistols are
The bisexual
okay.
finger guns.
Yeah.
They're basically half elves, and in my head, I feel like I've never met a non-bi half elf, so I think that holds up.
Anyway, you were saying?
You guys are free to go where you want to go.
Cool, where do we go?
You know where the temple is?
You do know where the temple is.
Lovely.
Oh, indeed, it's lovely. You guys, take a canal. Sort of, what are they called? What are the boats in Venice called?
Gondolas.
Gondolas. Thank you. That has been bothering me for days.
You know there's Google, right?
Yeah.
Not bothering him enough, apparently.
Not bothering me enough to actively look it up. But
Okay.
bothering me in that, like, I go like, what is that? I don't know. I'll find out later.
Recommendation: if you ever go to Venice and go on the gondolas, negotiate the price first, because once they get you on there, they can jack up the price, especially if you're a tourist. So if they start singing, they charge you more. If they offer you a drink, they charge you more. If they start telling you about the city, they charge you more.
Interesting.
So
That's
always
very
go on
clever.
with saying, we just want, a little tour round. How much will that cost? And stuff like that.
Good to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Bit of advice.
I actually was planning, I did want to go to Venice at some point, so that's very nice to know.
Yeah.
It's one of my dream places
solid.
to explore.
I've been twice, but I didn't go on the gondolas because I was warned of that. I don't have enough money, so if they started singing, I'd be like, oh.
Plug my ears. Can't hear it.
Didn't hear it, so it couldn't happen.
You guys get on a gondola, the bottom of which has been treated with slipweed so that it can slide along the streets of the waterfront. The tides going in and out often make this, or just make these streets very, very smooth. And you guys slide right along to the temple. We are nearly at the end. Mike, how much more time do you have?
Yeah, I got up to about 5:30.
Great, let's do that. You guys make your way to the temple. This is sort of like an open place of worship. The doorways are sort of like open. There are no actual like doors in the archways until you get like further into the temple. There's sort of stairs that go down into a deep recess, like pools and fountains and statues. Here, there, and everywhere. There's a very sort of like whitewash, white marble sort of aesthetic to this place. And you see little priestess, whatever her name was. Yola, thank you. I had it really well down, and then I was talking and I forgot what it was for a second. I'm very old, you know. And you see Priestess Yola sitting on a bench looking up at a statue anthropomorphized depiction of Kujiomara above her, and her two sort of priestly bodyguards standing either side. And her back is sort of towards you, but she like turns and sees you. Oh, hello! What did you find? Come, come.
I know we're not going into combat, but can I prepare a spell just in case?
Of course you can.
Nice. I'm preparing the spell.
What are you preparing?
Command again.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. It is prepared.
Priestess, we have learned quite a bit of disturbing information.
What's that?
Well, to begin with, just the fact that these whalers have been being constructed, that in and of itself.
Indeed, that's why this Ben character was arrested on sight. He faces quite a lot of time in jail. It's quite a bad offense. We don't take kindly to that in Ventlam or anywhere in the archipelagos.
Did anyone notice? No one took notice of the fact that one of these was in the shipyard.
Really not my area. I'm sure the police have more information about that as they start to question people.
We've been led down a few different routes that we've been pursuing. Looks as if someone from the Dahiri Empire, I think, named the Pyromancer.
Yes,
working with the Skathakian merfolk.
Oh, bad people indeed.
Aye.
Those are some nasty connections.
But their plans were thwarted. At least the Pyromancers. The merfolk have their own dealings that we can't know.
Oh, we do try to keep an eye, and we will, one day we'll manage that threat. I'm sure.
And your spiritual practice, were you given any indication that something like this might happen?
Oh, dearie. Kujiomara becoming more and more angry. Your report simply clarified and confirmed that to Mr. Tamlin. The presence of more and more ships on the surface, more and more disturbance to the songs. It's only natural.
How do you feel about the outsiders coming here? Do you think that's disturbing the Mara?
The source of more ships, more disturbing noise.
Priestess. Did you have anything to do with the attack? Please. Be honest with me, I'd understand if you did.
Why would you ask me something like that, dearie?
Because you care about them.
I and
You don't
all
want
of
them hurt.
us. Your people as well, dearie.
I bet we're not here.
Hmm.
And we don't think that there's something down there that's going to be woken up.
Ah, well. Everyone's a different idea about that. I wasn't there. I didn't do a thing.
Insight check!
Go ahead. Anybody who wants to can roll insight check on this lady.
That's a 10.
I got 18.
19.
Ooh. Okay. Bug or lie. You see that she lies in this moment. So, if you do find the person who did this, report them to the authorities and shake their hand for me. Bon Bon?
We already told them.
Did you?
Yep.
She doesn't seem fazed by that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start investigating the temple. Just gonna walk around and do that.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
Shit investigation. Right.
Investigation checks from whomever wants it.
Yeah.
You can also do perception if you would prefer to do that.
Ooh,
Yes, I'll do that.
I will also do that.
Nat 20.
Oh shit! No! No!
And also
Hold
I
it.
modify it, so it's at 25, baby.
Ooh, hot.
She knocks a loose tile all over and finds all the evidence hidden in the floorboard.
You have missed so much. There has been not one shred of physical evidence this entire time. How dare you pull this on me at the last second? How dare you?
Nice.
Oh.
I got 16. Just
Chaos Gods, thank you. That was not nearly enough. Becca. Carrie. But the gods of chaos have spoken. It is my destiny to be shat upon this night. You guys start to look around. What was your investigation check, Aurelei, just for posterity?
18.
18. So very solid. You guys start to do
19.
19. Really solid. You and Bug start to do a sweep, and you're looking in various rooms in the temple. You're looking for anything that might lead back to this event. That might be some kind of physical evidence, and are not finding anything. You're not finding a paper trail. You're not finding, suspicious secret rooms full of miraculous evidence. You're not finding shit. But as you're walking along, Becca, you're watching them sort of like rifle through papers and look in the rooms, and your tail starts to swish and your foot starts to tap because they're playing some like really lovely music. As you look around, you're trying to figure out where they're playing the music from. And you spot a little speaker system in the temple. And up in the corner at the top of one of these pillars, there's a little speaker and a wire running along, and another one in the corner. And they're all connected, and you can see that they sort of lead back to one particular room. You guys go and you check it out, and you see it all leads back to a little artificer's music box. That is the source of this music, and you can see that everything is here that you would need to record, hold, and project sound. And with a 19 and a 16, these guys are able to put together that if, this on its own proving that it's possible that with the technology is not enough, but this is a very specific sound system. And if it's the same one that was used at the harbor front, that's something that begins to tie the priestess to this. It's not going to be enough to put her away. It's not going to be enough for hard justice to be done, but it's the beginning of something. It will be enough to prove to Tamlin. And he will be able to keep an eye on her in the future with this.
I'm going to send a message to Tamlin. All the speakers from the water. We might have found a matching set here in the temple. We'd ask you keep an eye on her, please. There might be other things she's doing. She's upsetting the Allmothers.
That's enough for a warrant. We'll investigate further. If there's more, we'll find it. And if not, we'll keep an eye, be able to see if there's something more coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anything you would like to do or say in the temple before you leave? And how does Becca feel having been the one to put a dent in this case? Oh, yeah.
It's fucking amazing. I go to the priestess and I just whisper by her ear. I do know what you believe. I believe in karma. I just walk away.
You guys just see this old turtle woman just regard Becca's back. She walks away and out of the temple. And you guys exit into the afternoon sun. And having figured out most of what happened here, who did it and why, and at the very least the right people now have the information they need to prevent further instances should they occur. Following Bug's personal quest, you rush to the spaceport, which has been closed down, trying to find the pyromancer, only to discover that there has been neither head nor tail.
No, come on.
That might be an adventure for another day.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And that's where we will bring our one-shot to a close. Thank you all so much for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure. All you out there, thank you for watching. Tune in next time for either another one-shot or maybe another one of these. If everybody wants to do another one, we'll see. We don't know yet. That's the point. Have a lovely time. Take care. Goodbye. Goodbye.